World Wars, Battles, Causes, and Consequences of World War I and II. The 20th century witnessed two of the deadliest conflicts in human history, World War I and World War II. These global events reshaped borders, societies, economies, and international relations. In the next 5 minutes, we will explore the major causes, decisive battles, and far-reaching consequences of both wars. World War I, 1914 to 1918. World War I began in 1914, but its roots lay much deeper. Europe was a powder keg of militarism, nationalism, and alliances. The continent was divided into two blocks. The Allied powers led by Britain, France, and Russia. The Central Powers led by Germany, Austria-Hungary, and the Ottoman Empire. The spark came on 28 June 1914, when Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary was assassinated in Sarajevo. What began as a regional dispute escalated into a global conflict due to entangled alliances and an arms race. Major battles of World War I. The war soon transformed into bloody trench warfare, especially on the Western Front. Battle of the Marne, 1914, a decisive Allied victory that halted the rapid German advance into France. Battle of Verdun, 1916, one of the longest and deadliest battles, symbolizing the grinding attrition of WWI. Battle of the Somme, 1916, notorious for massive casualties, introduced the first large-scale use of tanks. Consequences of World War I. By 1918, more than 16 million people were dead. The war ended with the Treaty of Versailles, which imposed heavy penalties on Germany, territorial losses, military restrictions, and huge repressions. These punitive terms sowed resentment and economic hardship, laying the foundation for the rise of Adolf Hitler, the spread of fascism, and ultimately, World War II. World War II, 1939 to 1945. Only 2 decades later, the world was plunged into another catastrophic conflict. The immediate cause was Germany's invasion of Poland on 1 September 1939. But the deeper catalysts included the failures of the League of Nations, global economic depression, ultranationalism, and expansionist ambitions of Germany, Italy, and Japan. The major alliances were Allied powers, United States, Britain, Soviet Union, China, and others. Axis powers, Germany, Italy, and Japan. Major battles of World War II. Battle of Britain, 1940, an air war where the Royal Air Force successfully repelled Germany's Luftwaffe, preventing a planned invasion of the UK. Operation Barbarossa, 1941, Germany's invasion of the Soviet Union, one of the largest military operations in history. The Eastern Front would become the war's deadliest theater. Battle of Stalingrad, 1942–43, a brutal turning point. The Soviet victory marked the beginning of Germany's retreat. D-Day, Battle of Normandy, 1944, Allied forces stormed the beaches of France, opening a Western Front and accelerating Nazi Germany's collapse. Pacific Theater, Battle of Midway, 1942, a decisive naval battle where the United States halted Japanese expansion and shifted the balance of power in the Pacific. Consequences of World War II. World War II ended in 1945 with the unconditional surrender of Germany in May and Japan in September, following the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The impacts were monumental. Over 70 million lives lost, making it the deadliest war in history. The creation of the United Nations to prevent global conflicts. The start of the Cold War rivalry between the United States and the Soviet Union. Decolonization across Asia and Africa as European powers weakened. Dramatic geopolitical restructuring, including the division of Germany and the emergence of the US and USSR as superpowers. The world wars were not just military conflicts, they were defining events that reshaped the modern world. Their battles demonstrated the devastating potential of human conflict, while their consequences continue to influence global politics and society even today. Understanding these wars reminds us of the importance of diplomacy, cooperation, and the collective responsibility to prevent such tragedies from ever happening again. If you like the video, please click on the like, subscribe and share buttons. Hit the bell icon to receive the latest updates.